Well, hello there, guys. All right, so this episode is going to be a little bit different because I went on a trip with my brother, on a road trip with my brother, and I left Donna at home on the farm in Howick, and my brother and I went on a 10-day trip. So we went to most of the places. In fact, all the places you've probably seen before somewhere on one of our social medias. But he wanted to sort of experience what we do, and he hasn't been on a trip like this. So I took him along, and he went in his van. And we do later on in this episode, you'll see we do a little walk around and a walkthrough of his van that he's got, and it's an everyday car. So it's quite interesting, to see what you can do these trips with. But so we started off in Howick. He came from Umhlanga. We met up in Kokstad, the Wimpy. We had a cup of coffee, and then we hit the road. We went down again to East London. We went to Yellow Sands. I took him to places that he's seen on our social media, but he's always wanted to go and experience them himself. So we went from there to Buffalo Bay, Buffalo's Bay, and we went to Storms River, and we just went down the garden route and we came up Route 62. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. We've got some different footage, and I hope you enjoy the episode. But I'll catch up with you at the end of it, and enjoy. Well, here we are on another trip. We've just started this trip. I'm alone on this trip. Donna isn't joining me. I'm on the south coast and I'm meeting my brother. We're going to go on a trip down the garden route and find our way down to maybe Mossel Bay, and then we're going to head up the Route 62, the wine route. Go past a place called Ronnies Sex Shop and all of that for those that know it. But in the meantime, it is 6:30 on Thursday morning. Driving towards Kokstad, driving along the coast. You can't see it there, but the Indian Ocean lies over there, and we're just about to experience an awesome sunrise over the Indian Ocean. And another day in this glorious Africa. So here's to a good trip, and we'll keep you advised of how we go. We'll miss Donna on the trip, but this is a boys' trip. Look how dirty my windows are. Anyway, we'll catch up later, everyone. So as I said earlier, my brother and I are going to head down the garden route and do some Route 62. And our first stop is once again at this lovely place in Maclear called Tortoni. We've arrived here quite nice and early, so we're just chilling. And we're going to get the bra going just now, have a couple of drinks, and have a good night on the dam. But we'll catch up with everyone in the morning. And have a good trip. Right, once again, we are back in East London at Yellow Sands. We left Maclear this morning, had a great drive through, and we've arrived here at Yellow Sands. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot here. You can see all the way along the beach, all the way along here. Beautiful. We've got the bra ready. So we're going to have a nice bra. We're going to do some lazy aged porterhouse steaks. And we're all settled in here for the night. Well, we found this quirky little pot stall along the road, and just popped in, and we bought some freshly squeezed pineapple juice from them, which was great. But have a look at the quirky little things that they've got here. A very, very cool pot stall along the way. So tonight we're back at Jeffreys Bay, and we're on the beach. We've got a little fire going. We're not going to braai tonight because we've got leftovers from last night. So we're just having a We bought these rooster cooks, rooster brood, and we're going to put some, we've got some rump steak left over from last night with some mustard, got nice fresh avo, some cheese, and a gin and tonic, and that's going to be dinner. So yeah, here's to Jeffreys Bay, J Bay, the Buffalo Overlander. There's my butt. Having a boys week here on our travels. This is arriving at the Storms River mouth Sand Parks campsite. And this is the drive down to the campsite. One of my favorite campsites. Beautiful place. And once again, we find ourselves at the amazing Sand Parks Storms River mouth campsite in Tsitsikama, in the Tsitsikama National Park. What a gem this is. We always love coming here. And on this trip with my brother, I brought him here for the first time, and gonna have a great night. We're gonna go and walk over the suspension bridges now, and we'll get some footage there as well. But you can hear the sound of the ocean. That's going to put us to sleep tonight. Amazing. Here we are at the river mouth, the Storms River mouth, climbing, going over these suspension bridges. So beautiful in the Tsitsikama National Park. You can also rent kayaks and go kayaking in the sea and all that. Pretty cool. Storms River mouth.
So what are we eating tonight?
Hey, how's it? So we're doing like a little poiki in the pot. So I've got some goulash, some beef goulash in cubes, and now I've got some soft chin, some beef soft chin that I'm just chopping up into cubes. And then we're going to throw all the tins. I've got tins and all sorts of things, beans and veggies here. Check. Veggies, and we'll make a lekker poiki. We'll have that. Yeah, good night. Now, once again, I brought my brother here to Buffels Bay, just outside of Knysna. It's on like a peninsula. This caravan park is on a peninsula, so you're surrounded sort of 360 degrees by the ocean, which is amazing, and we're camping right here. There you can see there's the other side there, and it's just wonderful to be here. Lovely weather, beautiful. So we're going to settle in and have a good braai. I'm going to make some bread tonight, I think, and then we'll have leftover poiki from last night. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm getting the bread ready for tonight, and I've got 500 grams of self-raising flour there. I'm going to put a bit of Tabasco in there. I've chopped up some olives, a few little olives in there. I've chopped up some cheese. I threw an egg in there, and of course the beer. I'm going to smear it. I've left my braai pot, my cast iron bread pot at home, so I'm going to make it in this pot, which should be fine, and hopefully we're going to have a good bread come out of it. Leftover poiki from last night. A beautiful view. And some freshly baked bread. Look at this. Olive and cheese baked bread. You can see we've already tucked into it. Butter. Lovely hot bread. Wonderful. Enjoy the evening, folks. Here's to life. Here we are at the famous diesel and cream on Route 62. cool, hey? What a cool spot. Cool, eh? Coming up to the famous Ronnies Sex Shop. This is a must for anybody driving Route 62. You've got to stop off here. Here we are at Ronnies Sex Shop on the Route 62. Sex Shop. It's a great road, longest wine route in the world, and we're here at a place called Warm Water Spa, warm water, hot water spa, and we settled in here for the night. We are not going to do anything special on the bright tonight, but it's a bit chilly and we're a bit tired, so we're going to have an early night. We've got some sweet potatoes we're going to whack on the fire, and we're going to mix that up with some tuna and some cottage cheese, some Tabasco, and a couple of good old G&Ts. But in for a good night here in the Karoo. So we found this little, I don't know what to call it, coffee shop, art studio here in Carlstorp, and it looks incredible. So we're going to come in here for a breakfast and a coffee, but just look at this place. Do you mind if I video?
No, so you can do whatever.
Can I put it on
like.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you. What a wonderful place.
Thank you so much.
it looks like it's an old house converted, but it's actually, is it an old house? Yeah. Looks wonderful, man, yeah.
In the olden days, they talk about the Nachtmaalhuis.
Die Nachtmaalhuis, is dit die Nachtmaalhuis?
It's when the people of the farmers,
Yes.
they built, then
Yes.
they only came once a month.
Right.
When it was Nachtmaal at the church.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, man.
En hulle die brood gebreke.
I'm just going to take a walk through.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
By the time it is extended.
Yes?
Yeah, some of the.
Yeah,
rooms
okay,
is
lovely.
extended,
Yeah, thank you.
Very well.
Wonderful garden out here. Must be beautiful in the summer. It's a bit cold this morning. Got a bar here. Nice coffee machine. And we're just going to sit down and have a breakfast in this wonderful place. Die Nachtmaalhuis. What a cool place, eh? Obviously some sort of art studio as well. They're obviously all for sale, these paintings. Right, now we're going to have a brekkie.
Yeah. Hey, Butch, looks like a lekker dinner tonight.
Yes. So pouring myself a little sundowner, little G&T. So yeah, tonight, so we're going to do, we've got some lekker pork chops. I've got mushrooms here, and I put cheese, butter, and some chilies on the mushrooms. And then we've got some mealies, and that's it. Pork chops, mushrooms, and mealies. That's a good boys' dinner, isn't it? A good boys' braai. And then, yeah, we're going to settle down here in Mountain Zebra for tonight. And then tomorrow we start heading home. But here's to a good night. Well, hello guys. So we're coming to you here from Maclear. It's we once again back at Tortoni Caravan Park, and it's actually a sad night. It's the end of our boys trip already. It's been like 10 days. I mean, can you believe it? And this is our final night together before Diggs heads home to Umhlanga, and I'm going to go via the coast. I'm going to go to Sandomir and Margate for a couple of days and just get some stuff done, and then I'm going to join Donna back on the farm in Howick. I hope this wind doesn't affect you too much. There's a bit of a breeze, so I hope it doesn't affect the sound too much. You'll just have to bear with us a little bit if it does. But yeah, the reason that we're doing this is just you know, Diggs, my brother, Derek, as his proper name, or his nickname is Diggs, Diggy, for those that know him. Diggs has always sort of asked us, you know, about our trips that we do, and he's always wanted to do it. So him and I came along on this trip. So I'm just going to ask him a few questions about what he thought and whether he enjoyed it, or whether he's going to carry on doing it, or whether he enjoyed it again, you know, whether he'll do it again. So Diggs, yeah. So what are your overall thoughts, man, after 10 days on the road, eh?
Yeah, well, I've just loved it. It's been one of my best trips ever.
Really?
You know, I had no idea. I mean, the campsites that we've stayed at and the traveling, we did the right amount of traveling every day, I'd say. So we weren't rushing from destination to destination. So half of the fun was in the trip. But yeah, I've absolutely loved it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people think, you know, you travel all these days and we travel and that, and yeah, we do. But as Diggs says, you know, it's not all about the destination. Like, you obviously have a destination eventually, but it's also about the actual journey, you know, and the trip. And being on the road, you know, and the roads that we travel on in South Africa, I mean, we really are blessed, eh? You know, I know a lot of us complain about the roads and the potholes, but I mean, quite honestly, you know, 99% of our roads are really, really awesome, eh, Diggs? What did you think of the roads?
Fascinating. The Cape roads particularly, I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kilos and kilos and kilos, not one pothole to be seen. fencing, keeping the livestock off the road.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And the scenery, man, I could do it again tomorrow.
Yeah. So after 10 days, 10 days, and also what I'm going to do afterwards, what we're going to do is Diggs is going to take you through his rig. He's got an everyday car that is converted into a mini camper, and he's obviously, now that he's enjoying it, he's got some plans for it. So I'll take you through. After this, I'll do a clip on Diggs's van, and you can see what he's got. Yeah, and after living like for 10 days, literally living in it for 10 days, Diggs, did you find it like confining, or or is it fine?
Yeah, I found it absolutely perfect, because the main thing I catered for in my van was a comfortable bed. That to me was the most important. So I got a good mattress, and it's a queen size. So I got all the space in the world.
Yeah, that makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah. Even though I can't stand up in my van, you sort of crawl in. You can get undressed or dressed while lying on the bed. I've got 2 drawers at the back of my bed, so I keep all my clothes in there, and cups and saucers, and my whiskey.
Yeah, we'll do a trip through that. But generally, you feel that you could, if you wanted to, you could actually carry on doing this like now. You're not like desperate to get home and get into your own bed and all that, eh?
No, I could do twice the amount of time.
Really?
Easily. And what I'm going to do, obviously, when I get back, I'm just going to get a quote on a fridge. Another drawer being put in with the fridge, which will add a lot to my, especially when I'm not with Kev, because then I'd need my own fridge.
Yeah, that's important, to have a fridge so you can keep stuff cold and that. Yeah, but okay, so generally, Diggs, the trip. What were the highlights? What were the lowlights? What were your favorite camps? Do you remember the camps that we went to?
Yeah. What was it?
We started off here.
This one was amazing
at Maclear, which is on the dam. Very basic but very cool.
A lot of bird life on the dam, which is wonderful. Yeah, I love Buffels Bay.
Buffels Bay is the one, for those that don't know. Buffels Bay, Buffalo Bay, we get knocked for calling it the wrong thing. I don't know, Buffels Bay, Buffalo Bay, whatever you want to call it. It's just outside Knysna, on the south side of Knysna, and it's on a peninsula, and it's also one of my favorites, that's for sure. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Was that your favorite?
That's probably my favorite, because you're surrounded by sea, literally surrounded by sea, and you're on the sea. You didn't know that places like that exist, so I love that.
Yeah, not a lot of people get to places like that, and the fact that it's a caravan park and you can camp just makes it wonderful, hey, that it's not sort of big complexes and hotels and things,
lovely.
Which it should be, really.
So my highlight would have been, besides the actual campsite of Buffels Bay, we camped at so many nice places, but the highlight really is arriving, settling in with a good few hours to spare before the sun goes down, because it gets nippy. And have our braai done, our food done and have a drink or two before having to get into your van, because it gets cold in winter. Yeah,
it gets cold, but not like ridiculously cold. Look, when you're spending time at like places like Buffalo Bay, Buffels Bay, and places like that, if the weather's bad, and if you do, hit that bad wind and rain and that, it makes it pretty uncomfortable. But we were very lucky, I think. We had some great weather.
Best weather ever. Couldn't have asked for better.
Yeah, and then and any lowlights? Anything that you really sort of didn't enjoy, or that you would change, or anything next time?
No, there actually wasn't.
Really,
it was just such a memorable holiday, man.
Yeah, it was.
Relatively reasonable financially, because you're staying at campsites.
Yes.
You're really just paying diesel in your campsite and a little bit of food.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's great, man. Okay, so you're in let's call you an addict then, eh?
No, I'm sold. So
that's
now,
awesome,
like some of you know, I teach karate as a career. That's my job. So in the school holidays, which I get as holidays as well, I'm going to be doing a lot more of this.
That's awesome, yeah. Look, the thing with going away on holidays like to Kruger and that, obviously you've got to put up with the crowds and that, which, we don't have to. But it's still worthwhile, man. It's still worthwhile, man. It's still great. Yeah.
Lovely, yeah.
And it's just such a great way of life, man. It really is. Hey?
Yeah, really, I'm sold.
Okay. All right. Well, let's so this is our last night. Tomorrow, as I say, we're going to end off. So I will catch up with you guys at the end of this episode again, and just conclude when I get to Howick and we get the van all sorted. And I'm going to take you up now, and we're going to go through Diggs's van and see what he's got set up for you guys. I know a lot of people are interested in walkthroughs and walkarounds of different setups, so let's go and have a look. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so as we said, this is just going to be a video of Diggy's little rig. So as I said, this is an everyday vehicle for him. So, he's got to sort of blend the overlanding side of it and the camping side of it to using it every day. So, Diggs, do you want to sort of just take us through? First of all, what is it?
As you can see, it's a Hyundai Staria, but I bought the panel van. It was a cheaper version without the seats.
Okay,
with the intention of kitting it out with the bed and so on.
Okay,
So
cool.
It's a wonderful car.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching it on the road. It really looks good on the road.
And
Hey?
it's diesel.
Yeah.
So I actually get like 16 k's to a litre traveling at 100 k's an hour. So it's incredibly economical.
16 kilometers to a litre. That
kilometers per
is
litre.
phenomenal.
It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
that is phenomenal.
Look, I do travel slowly, but nevertheless.
Yeah, but still, yeah. Okay, so that's opening the slide door. And what have you got here then? You've got your bed.
So, yeah, a very good
Yes,
mattress.
that's a nice looking
Very
mattress.
good
Yeah.
mattress. So my
Yeah.
health is good.
Yeah.
And this opens up.
Okay.
This opens up to storage below, which I don't use that often. If you can see, that's
Have you
quite heavy.
seen that?
So that
Okay, awesome.
that opens, and I don't use that too often because at the back I've got the drawing system.
Yes, okay,
So,
well,
yeah,
we'll get to
so
that
I
now.
brought double duvet
Yeah.
because I knew it was going to be very.
And
cold.
have you been warm enough, eh?
Perfectly
Without any heaters?
peak winter and so snug.
Really?
Beautiful.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good to know. Yeah, it's a good looking van, man. Really is. Okay, so let's just wait. Just go to the back here.
Okay.
Okay.
So the back, yeah. Very dusty though, but the back I open these doors.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Double door system, eh?
Double. And
Yeah.
underneath here I've got my drawer system. So
Oh, very nice.
So that's your
Yeah.
pots, pans, plates, bottle of whiskey, and this side I've kept my my clothes.
Okay. Same
so-
thing. It just slides out.
And,
eh?
and the bed looks like a real bachelor's bed because I don't make it.
You're allowed that, yeah. And then I see you've got like a curtain system in the back there, so you
Yes.
can just cut off
for the
from
light.
from people looking in and that. Yeah, that is awesome. eh?
LED strips for lighting on the
Oh,
ceiling.
very nice, yeah.
And it's
Okay,
carpeted.
and then this side we basically just got a carbon copy of the other side. Oh, the nice thing about this van has got a sliding door on both sides, eh?
Yes.
And that is amazing.
Yeah, love
That is awesome. Yeah, look at that, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now explain to us what are your plans?
So the plan is, hopefully, I want to put in a drawer here, this side and the other side.
Right.
One, I would like maybe you were mentioning an auxiliary battery is important.
Yes.
And then also a fridge, and then just more storage space.
Yeah, so you're going to put a fridge in there,
Yeah.
and with an auxiliary battery,
Yes.
and more storage. Brilliant, man. And then you basically set, eh? And then you're going to get like some sort of, at a later stage, you mentioned getting a roof rack and then putting an awning on or something like that, hey?
Amount if
Wonderful.
once I retire and do
Yeah,
this more
yeah.
full time.
Yeah. Yes, that is wonderful. Okay, Diggs, thanks, man. Yeah, that's awesome. So as we said, you don't need. Look, it's nice to have all the mod cons and everything like that. And I mean, we love our truck and it's luxury over the top and all that. But it just shows you, you can use your everyday vehicle to do this sort of thing, which is awesome. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Diggs. All right, guys, we'll catch up later.
Lovely.
Hey, hello guys. Yeah, so tonight it's our last night. So we're here at Tortoni. So what I'm going to do is I'm making a bread for our last night, but I'm making olives. So unfortunately they've got pips in them, so I've had to cut the pips out. But I'm going to make olives, and I'm going to chop up this chili, and I'm going to actually chop up some pieces of salami that we've got left over and some cheese, and then we're going to make a nice beer bread for tonight. And we're going to have that, I think, just with some chicken burgers. And we just whack it on the bread, toast it, maybe on the braai. Eh? What do you think?
Beautiful.
Cool, awesome. Here's our bread. Have a look at the zoom in here. Come in here. Come check this here.
Yeah.
How's that?
Came out well, eh?
This chili olive cheese bread.
Beautiful with a
Gonna
bit
whack
of
some cheese and butter on.
bit of butter. Yo,
There we go. Nice one.
beautiful.
Okay, so we're back from our trip, as you probably can gather. My brother Derek's gone back up to Umhlanga, and I've just come to our place at Salamia on the south coast, just to have a couple of things done. Just going to have one or two little things done on the truck, by tread check again, in our Zocha in Port Shepstone, and then I'm going to head back up to the farm and go and meet up with Donna again. So yeah, it's been 10 days. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And listen, thanks again for just liking and subscribing and doing all the things. If you do subscribe, it's free, and you just press the button and then you'll be notified as to all our episodes. We're getting great followings. We're getting great feedback. So thanks so much. And share this. Share it with your friends that you think will be like-minded. And send us messages, send us comments, send us questions. We'd love to answer them. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up on our next trip soon. We've got some good things coming up, so stay tuned.